Okay. Hello, everybody. Just checking in here. All right. So we should have that going. Let's go ahead and turn on the chat. Okay. All right. Looks like we are simul streaming to YouTube and to Twitch. So this evening's planning meeting will be a quick one. This is a update from last progress. So as far as the Cosmopolitan Coalition of United Earth is concerned, so far over the past year since this whole project began, the Cosmopolitan Party Foundation website has been built. Their organization has been created. We have some expenses that we need to go through in their planning meeting. Basically, I've just been the one just putting my money in it when we need it. I got some legal fees from our provider to do the the initial setup, the trademark that we acquired, the bank account setup, all that fun stuff. We got some fees, the monthly maintenance fees. We'll go through and have a full inventory for that for year end in December. And that'll get us good for filing our taxes at our next year, which will be almost nothing in revenue. We've sold 3 or 4 items total, and then we have 2 recurring memberships on the Cosmopolitan Party Foundation side, and then we have 1 donation on the coalition side, $5 per month, and that's coming from me. As far as the initiatives that are currently alive, the coalition website is also live. It is well developed, but there's still more work to do. So all the directories are now live, where as users come on board, they can go ahead and sign up. They can go ahead and become supporters, donors. If they're content creators or they just want to use their audience, they're complete influencer ambassadors, volunteers, and community leaders. So that's all set up and ready to go. People can sign up there. The ability to sign in is set up there. The 25 language Discord is also set up. You'll also notice that on every single web page, there is a video next to it. That's because video has been produced for every single web page with I don't think there's any exceptions to this. There might be 1 or 2, but pretty much every page has a video to basically explain the concepts and go through it in detail. Some web pages are more concise. So in those cases, you'll have a short video and then a long video. But as we can see, all the material is up. Once all the videos were created, additionally, the Learning Center was then launched, so all the videos were then reassembled back into 6 playlists, starting from the Cosmopolitan Coalition Explained, which basically goes into the principles and the origination. And then while they don't have to be done in a particular order, we will be creating a track, but the track will basically go from the explanation to the focus areas, to the voting systems, to the template, to the initiatives, and then to getting started. So this particular one helps people go through all the setup process. And as you can see here, just set some stock, open source stock, that has like the Creative Commons license. I think Pixabay, I'll have to look it up. But just to get it set up and good to go. And you can see all these same videos, but they're now in an order. And here it says mark complete. What we still need to implement is the quiz part of that. So that'll be coming up this week. But once the quiz system is online, then that means the LMS can be considered complete. And then people can go ahead and start, volunteers can go ahead and start going through the training process. And any community leader, any user who signs up to be a community leader or volunteer would get approved automatically upon the completion of these courses. And so that way we can have an auto training system without having to be physically present in the building or in the area, which is great for starting out. We'll be adding more, of course, as we learn, because there'll always be stuff to learn and add. But that center is now up. The merch store is also up. So there was a merch store. The Cosmopolitan Party Foundation had a merch store that was built into the website, but there was some troubles trying to get that to integrate with WooCommerce and the provider, Printful. So right now we're just going straight to Printful. They have a store website. The problem that we're running into is there's only shipping in the United States. The WooCommerce version allowed us to do international shipping, but the quick start stores from Printful only allow the shipping to the United States. So until we can go ahead and get that fixed, or perhaps create a separate site just for merch, it'll just be the United States for now. Let me just go back here. So the events calendar is also online, though it does need some work in terms of getting the font correct. It's currently not the right color. Needed header, featured images, that kind of thing. That's also live. So let's see. Let's go back to our initiative, see what we have live so far. Supported directory is live. The multilingual Discord's live. The events calendar is live. We do have an expansive social media footprint. And so this is just showing the link tree, and we have calls to action. And then of course we have other social media presence. We have not yet started doing scheduled posts to those platforms. We wanted to have this system ready to go. So now that all the long form videos are done for all the individual pages, that allows people to learn. And once the Learning Center is complete, which we said should be done by the end of this weekend, we should be in a good place to start scheduling the short form posts. Actually, I'm sorry, there's one thing between here and the short form posts, but it's actually small. So the Cosmopolitan survey, so the LMS teaches you the concepts and that stuff, but you still need the survey because that's gauging people's opinions of what they think one way or the other. So once the LMS quizzes are out and they're good, a survey will be modeled off of those same questions, and then those will be tied into the directory profiles that are on the public side of things. So that way we can sort of see our growth as we go, and we can see individuals' perspectives, and this will also double as a voter guide or a buyer's guide for our members. So that's great there. And then so once that's done, then we'll be doing we'll be good for the short form video and the posts and all that fun stuff, and we'll start scheduling those up. So we should start to see those starting next week, I believe. Would like to explore possibly getting the multi-site feature up for local coalition quick startup, but once we can't really address this until we get this settled. So that's going to just be on hold there for a second. However, it is definitely within the wheelhouse to have it so that you will have your, what's the word I'm looking for? You'll have your role, if you're a community leader role that you're going for, or volunteer role, you'll have that auto-approved when you complete that coursework. I just have to get the triggers working on that. So again, that should all be done by this week, and then we should start the end of this weekend, and then we should be getting one page posted to each platform daily on a schedule. Gonna try and do all of them if possible. I don't know if all platforms have a scheduling system, but we'll go from there. And then of course the account system is also online. So if we go to our profile, you can see where you're located relative to others if you have yourself in the directory. If you, of course, editing your profile and managing that is also online. You can see here the languages, your community roles, your introduction, You can put your location, which is optional, of course. Now, in this case, because this is the community leader role account, you can do a public address, and we've gone through these in the videos, but you can see this is all online as well. And you can add additional platforms that we may not have in our main set of platforms, and that allows us to internationalize. And then as those platforms start getting filled in, or people have even more platforms, we'll start adding them to the list and trying to go into those areas. Of course, then you have your Discord connection where you can go ahead and connect to the Discord. And then you also have your, you have your learning dashboard, where as users enroll in courses, they can go ahead and go back to them if they wish. And I think that pretty much covers it. Let me just make sure. Let me check it one more time. Yes. Went through that. Oh yeah, the membership system, obviously, since that's online, that's open to anyone, everywhere, all the time, no matter what, irrevocable. You're always invited, extended to all sentient life. So there you go. And we already discussed the Cosmopolitan Party Foundation, and the donor list, which is the recurring donors in another directory. And then, yeah, that's it. All right, cool. So far, that is where we're at. And year one has been much successful. Hopefully we should have all of the scheduled posts completed. The goal is, so that's like 60, I think it's 50 something days. It might be 60 days at this point if it's one post per day. 60 days worth of content out before we want to have that. We definitely want to have that going before the end of the week, because we want to have all the content out before January 20th, and that will meet our goal of launching this project in its entirety. And then we'll be doing recurring streams, conversations, and we'll begin engaging our outreach committee to start trying to grow us. So let me just check the Discord here, see if we have, I see we have one viewer. Hello. Let me see. All right. Oop. Infinite loop. Sorry. That concludes the review. We'll also have more items in the store, in the merch store. We'll have to get some feedback. Really looking for some product designers, those who like can put sayings and know that field. There's stuff in there, but again, it could always be better. Let's see. Where is? There's my Discord. All right. And that is it. I don't see anyone with new business. Anyone with old business? All right. Well, in that case, with that report now in, I will schedule another planning meeting for, let's check our events here. Looks like the 10th of December will be the next one at 6:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which would be 11:45 UTC. So that's December 10th, and that will be at that time. And that's it. All right, meeting adjourned. Thank you so much.